A very good evening. It is 7 o'clock Friday evening, 17th of December.
Yes.
Conscious World Agents Live. My name is Claudia von Zuiden.
My name is Arturo Mazzaro.
And together we are CWA.
Yes. Well, this week we wrote about awakening, and once you enter that door of awakening, how hard it is to get back, but also how beautiful it can be to stay there. At the end of this this live session, we have some announcements for you, and also with, well, surprise, maybe?
Yes, we have some surprises as well. So, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. And just looking at here, is it already live on the... here
Yes,
it is.
we are.
Yes, there it is. So, we hope you had a wonderful week, as we also did, and especially the weekend before, or let's say the last weekend we had. We had our second module of our year program that we gave, and the year program is called 4-Leaf Clover program. It's about finding long-lasting happiness and also your inner truth, your purpose in life, well, all these kind of things. It's at least about raising your level of consciousness.
Yes.
And we are so blessed with the participants that we have in this course.
Yeah.
And the breakthroughs, the insights, and the honesty and the openness, it's amazing.
It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah. And we talked a little bit about the awakening, of course, there also during this course. And in this week with the posts, it was also, well, what can you do to step up? How can you enter this door of awakening? And what will be the benefit for this for you? Do you want to start?
It sounds like we're really well prepared for that.
Yes.
We try to be so as professional as possible, but yeah, we had a busy day, of course, and so we hadn't much time to prepare. Normally we say, oh, who's going to start and this and that, so we didn't really do that as much. But yeah, I think I would like to add a little bit on that. First of all, thank you all who are watching.
Yeah.
Wonderful that you're here. We really love it when you're here. If you have any questions, please fire away as well. We love that.
And well, Astrid said, hello allebei.
Oh, hello
Hi, both.
Astrid. Lovely that you're here. And thank you always for sharing our posts. That's also so kind of you and so inspiring. So thank you for being part of the Conscious World Agents group as such. And yeah, we really feel that after last weekend, every time you'll hear this, us say this, when we facilitate a training or a course, or we do a coaching session, we're always quite very humbled.
Yes.
And we're always very amazed, and we say, we don't know how the people do it really, because there is this awakening happening within themselves. And we facilitate workshops, we facilitate sessions, but it's actually the participants who do it themselves.
Yeah.
And the beauty of that is, sometimes it can be quite emotional, and I think also wrote that at my post. I don't know if you did that as well. You mentioned that, I think, I can't remember if you mentioned that it was quite emotional, some of the participants.
Well, at least a lot of insights and breakthroughs.
Yeah. And that can be very emotional. So to witness that, something shifts inside you as well. We can see something shifts with the participants, and that can release a lot of energy sometimes, and it can also give a lot of energy, and that is, of course, has an effect on the subtle energetic body. But when you do that in a safe space and in the right conditions, then it's always a very how can say it, life-changing moment in a positive way. And people often start to realize that, they've been running their lives on old patterns. And we've mentioned this before, coming from the subconscious mind. And that is running on a basic program that you based on the instructions that you sort of put in your brain till the age of 7. So when people start to realize that a lot of their actions have been, based on what they know from that age, and that they actually have the opportunity to change that into something that's much more beneficial to them, and it's more congruent with who they really are, then there can be an enormous emotional release. And it's always in a good way, we find, because what happens is when people then sort of awaken to that, they have that awareness all of a sudden to that higher density, that higher knowing that is more connected to the heart. There's no way back, there's no way back. And you start to make that connection more and more with the heart, and you start to live more and more with the heart. And that is what a lot of people are seeking. That we hear that a lot with our coaching as well. People want purpose, people want meaning, and often then they don't know how to do that. How do I get from the thinking just with the brain to the thinking with the heart also? And that's what we help people with, how to do that, and it's just amazing to see that. And it can be, challenging, and in my own life as well. I wrote a little bit about it in my post. I also am not immune to life as such. I also get my fair share, and my heart can be very tender and aching sometimes as well. And luckily, with that, I have the tools to deal with that, to cope with that, to know how to express myself, and not being led only by the emotion, and that will then take me off track of my life completely, because that's not helpful. Not for me, and if I'm helping others, then certainly not for them. So it's great to know the tools, how to do that. And it's there, even knowing the tools doesn't mean that I'm always able to apply them fully 100%, but at least I have some handles that I can say, that's how it is. And that really helps me. And we share those with people, and they find them also really helpful. So one thing that we do is we try to help as many people to become aware of their full potential. Some people are just walking around through life and they have no idea that they actually use only 5% of their conscious mind, of the mind consciously. So we try to help people to realize that, and that we can say you have so much more potential to use your brain and your mind. So you become the master of your mind. And that means that you're not letting your mind control you, if it wants to think negatively and whatever, that you just go with that. No, you say, oh, hold on, this is what's happening, and now I need these tools to change it. And that brings much more joy in life. It brings much more fuller experience of life. This is not a rehearsal. So how can you spend every day to the best of your possibility, even if it is going through hardship? So that's what we do. And I remember I wrote in my post years ago, I said to universe, God, spirit, wherever you see me fit, and that's also to my higher self, lead me there. Lead me there where I need to do the most work. And now that's what we're doing. And I just get led to certain situations and places where I follow my heart like that. And life is just so beautiful in that way. And even, like I said, if there's hardship, even if there's challenges, I know I'm always in the right space. My heart is my compass. And for a lot of people, their brain is their compass. So we would like to hear, have you ever been in situations when you knew you were just not in the right situation, you were not in the right place, and you didn't follow that? And what happened to you? And were there times in your life that you did follow your heart, that your heart was the compass? And where did it take you, and what did it bring in your life? And we would love to hear that, because that we hope, is the inspiration we will give to others to do that. We are not taught to make decisions coming from the heart. We are taught to just use our analytical mind. And that's sometimes very helpful. Sometimes that helps us to stay safe, and it has helped us to stay probably where we are.
Yeah.
But have you also listened to your heart, and what did it bring you? So yeah, very humble weekend last weekend, and we are looking forward to our celebration of next year, which we'll talk about of this year, for the whole year we had. So that will be next week. But yeah, I would like to hear a little bit about your post more, and then
Sure.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay, a little bit. Well, I second that, and that's.
You second that? Yeah. No, I think it's great that we're going towards the first year of CWA.
Yeah.
And it's incredible what has happened. Every week we go on live, and it's like so many connections we've made, and amazing guest speakers, and our posts, and we just keep flowing, out of our heart what comes about certain topics. So yeah, please share what you shared this week. It's always really. I loved your post, by the way. This week was really beautifully written.
I forgot what I wrote.
Oh gosh.
No, it's about awakening, and today I was in a company, and I had to train or to coach 4 senior managers and directors, and more or less what happened there during all the 4 times that I coached a person was what happened during last weekend. Insights. Breakthroughs, and every time it happened when people start to take the journey from here to here. Every time. For instance, and then I asked, well, how would you feel then? And then the person answered, I think I would feel happy then. And then I looked at him, and then I said, well, are you happy now? Well, yeah, I'm happy. I said, why do you say then, I think that I would be happy then? What is that? And it's again my mind. And this is what's happening. And at a certain moment, you recognize that you're thinking about the feeling. But then you're not talking about the feeling. You're thinking about an emotions. And that thinking part is a threshold. It will stop you to go further down, deep down inside there. And that's the subconscious mind that's helping you to start thinking instead of feeling. And why? Because the subconscious mind doesn't want to change. And as soon as you start to let go of that mind, don't take control anymore of the things that you think or feel, suddenly it sinks in, and you will always see it in persons. You see happening this. There's a release from energy.
Things that flow again.
Yeah. And then they feel the energy, they feel the body tingling, and the energy is coming up. And also today, but also during the weekend, today a person said, oh, I feel warmth.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you think it's coming from? From the mind, or no, it's from energy. And okay.
Yeah.
And what people said, for instance, during the 4-leaf clover is, wow, I feel freedom, I feel peace inside. And that's why we say, once you entered that door, once you opened it, you don't want to go back. You don't want to go back to a life that was holding you back also. And it's also so important not to blame the external life, not to blame the other persons, not to blame all the situations you're in, and also not to blame yourself. But see that you can change it. See that you created it by the energy that you send out, that you learned, that people taught you in your first 6-7 years. and suddenly you're aware of what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're aware of, today also a person said 3 times in a row more or less the same. So I asked him, do you recognize what you're saying? No, what did I say? So I repeated it and, really? Did I say this? Yeah. Oh, but that's the reason why I don't. And then they recognize it.
Nice.
And it's, it's to discover means also taking off the cover that you put around you.
Yeah, that was on your post. This, this of hyphen cover, who I am.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah. And it's never that we teach you how to do it.
No.
It's already inside of you. And I hope that you really, really understand that everything you want, everything you're really, really longing for is already inside of you. All the possibilities, all the opportunities are already there. But do you have the guts, the courage, and the faith to follow this emotional guidance system? To say, hey, heart, help me. Help me. And once there's a feeling that's not helping you, that's draining the energy, that's feeling more dense, more heavy, it takes you down, then this is not the path you need to go on. Once the energy is there, it lifts you up, you feel the bliss, you feel the excitement. That's the path. Are you willing to follow it? Today also a person said, I really want to change. I said, no, you don't. Yes, I really want to change. I have the commitment. I said, no, you don't. Why do you say this? Well, how long are you already saying this? How long are you already doing this? Yeah, 20, 25 years. Okay, and you say you're willing to change. Yeah, why didn't you do it then? Okay, I said, with your mind you say you're willing to change. But what's the motivation here inside of your heart? What's the real motivation? If that is 100%, you will change.
Yeah.
And it's also, and once you enter that door, then the world is much, much, much more beautiful. It doesn't mean that you don't have issues. It doesn't mean that you won't get any troubles anymore. It doesn't mean that you won't have bad days. No. But you know how to conquer them. You know there's a reason for it. And then you're looking for the treasure that's lying there. There where you stumble, there where you fall down, there's your biggest treasure. And then you're willing to look at it. Then you're really willing to change.
Yeah.
Any questions?
No.
Okay, that's all right then.
You're in that mode today. I would like to add something to that.
Yeah?
Because it's really wonderful that you say that, because a lot of people say, oh, I can't change. I want to change, but I can't change, but you can. So, even your brain nowadays, we know, is like plastic. You can mold it into a different shape again.
Yeah.
So you don't get away with that anymore. I can't change. So if the motivation is there, you really can change. And sometimes also, I noticed this week when I was coaching someone, I asked, so what do you really want? And then was like, well, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
First
Yeah, you do
answer.
know. You do know. Now ask your heart.
Yeah.
What do you really want? Answer came just like that. But we don't listen. We forget. But we know that, when we listen to our heart, we might get an answer that's maybe not what we think is the wise answer. Wise.
Yeah.
So, and we also say, check that out, sit with that, meditate with that, and, then what is the next step towards living from your heart? But yeah, it is the way. I think if more people would live more from the heart, we would have a lot more people less depressed. So I think a lot of depression is because we don't live from our heart. So, oh, I need to speak a bit harder. I think a lot of people who are depressed are one of the reasons of that could be that they don't live from the heart. They live from what society tells them or the parents tell them. Or I was listening to Ram Dass the other day, and he had just been to India for a long time and been on this spiritual journey and finding himself and whatever. And he came home, and the first thing his dad would say, "Have you got a job?"
Have you got a job? Yeah.
So,
very important.
you know, that is how we are conditioned, of course, and it all makes sense from a lot of perspectives, but, you know, that's what people often think about. So we need to fill in all the expectations, and then, you know, that's not maybe what we are really signed up in this life, why we came here. So there's other ways as well.
Yeah.
So, but that was really funny, you know, to hear that, that's what we do as parents perhaps, or but check up with yourself, you know, what is suitable for you and what is suitable for that other person, without making assumptions or expectations, and ask your heart, what do you really want?
Yeah.
So,
and then just take the first step and see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
And after that first step, you can take a second step or not. It's every time. Start to feel, start to slow down and feel more, and then take the actions instead of the reactions, what most people normally do.
Yeah. And I see here that Astrid is saying, you know, that she's with great pleasure sharing our posts, but this is also possible to do a training online. Of course, we have done also the experience day online, and we will certainly in the next year do another online for our international followers and other people who of course can't come to the Netherlands. So for sure, thank you for asking, and that we will announce it as well, and we'll put it on our website.
Yeah.
And then shall we talk a little bit about next week?
Next week, yeah. Next week it will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Exactly.
Yeah, good. It's
And
nice
what
to
else?
talk about that.
And what else?
On the 21st of December 2020, we started CWA, Conscious World Agents. And sometimes we also say Claudia with Arturo. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what we want to do is on December 21st, 2021, so next week, we want to celebrate it. We're going to have a extra live session, and of course we're going to share things. You can ask things and join us, please. And we also have some surprises there.
Yes. Well, which will be about our programs.
Yeah.
So if you can be there, we will announce on Facebook on Monday what time the show go live on Tuesday. So you'll see it on our social media post. So yes, that will be on the Tuesday, and then we have also a very good announcement then to make who our guest speaker will be for
please.
For December. But that's a little surprise yet. But oh my gosh, are we excited to get this?
You're not
person
going
on.
to tell him? No? Okay, you're going to tell next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Is that a cliffhanger?
Yes.
Yeah? Oh my god.
It's so exciting, and we are. That's another thing. We'll talk about it on Tuesday. How incredible our guest speakers' interviews were.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do, and then for the end of the year, we also have a surprise. We can't say that either. We've got some ideas for 2022.
22.
Giveaways.
You mean 22? That's mean the giveaways.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So lots happening. So stay tuned for the end of the second 2 weeks of the end of this year, because we've got lots of things to share. We just want to give so much away to you, and we just want to show our appreciation for your support and your input, your insights, and for growing this community. Well, it's not like a community as people call a community, but it's these people of like-minded people who are just wanting to support each other to grow, you know, to grow spiritually and somebody asked me the other day, what does it mean, spirituality? And Lamieshe, one of our teachers from Universal Education, he said, spiritual people are the people who investigate their mind. So it's nothing to do with religion or anything. They just want to know about how does his mind function. They want to know the spirit of the mind. And I really like that. And so that's what we do. And when we become more aware of how our mind works, then of course we can create wonderful things in the world. So that's what we do.
Yeah. And in the meantime, just understand that everything is an illusion. But
Gosh. Oh, let's go there. It's Friday night, as you can see. But thank you so much for watching. It's wonderful that you're here. And and know that Arturo for sure is an illusion right here beside me. And,
I'm one big illusion. Really. Not a delusion, I'm an illusion.
Yeah. So, but thanks so much. And what else can we say? What do you want to say?
We love you. Yeah. Have a wonderful weekend. Today I also said to the people I coached, what will make you really happy today to do? What can you do this weekend that can raise your own energy level? That you say, wow, this was a great weekend for me. Do this also. Every day do at least 2 things that raise your level of consciousness, raise your level of energy, makes you happy. And if you can do more, please do more.
Beautiful, beautiful ending. And Astrid, thank you so much. Have a wonderful time with your family, and thank you for the good wishes. And of course, we wish you exactly the same. And you remember, you can always watch it later. It's on our page here. So.
And we would love to see you in the next online course that we will give.
What's Ratna saying? She's here as well. Yay, Ratna! Please join us on the on the 21st. It will be so lovely, and it will be an honor if you can celebrate with us here. Okay. Lots of love.
I want to say enjoy life. Just enjoy life. You know, Van Morrison is really, really saying it so wonderful in one of his songs. Live the life you love, and you will get the blessings from above.
Oh,
Just do it.
I love it. Absolutely
Just
love
do it.
that. Okay. Thank you. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.